might be for a full retrace into this level here, but the market might not make it into that level. There is another level that we have to look at here, and that's an extension. And that's very, very close. 113.14 could be the price where this market continues higher. Okay, so I'll start a recap right now. We looked at the euro dollar and we saw that the euro dollar has broken and actually not broken yet that area of support, but is piercing into that area 109.60, which offered us a free trade. This market has the potential to go lower only if the US dollar Japanese yen continues higher. And as I mentioned, I coupled these markets together because sometimes, well, very often when one market moves lower, the other market moves higher or lateral, and so vice versa. So as in US dollar Japanese yen, we're waiting for one of those two levels, 116.30 or 118.40. There is a potential for this market to continue lower. If that happens, the euro could actually move low and revisit 07 and 05, could revisit the lows. But I have no doubts that US dollar Japanese yen is preparing for a larger short. We just don't know where that short is coming from. And that short is has the potential to bring US dollar Japanese yen down into the 170. I then very quickly mentioned US dollar Canadian dollar. This market has now negated the weekly longs, so this market has the potential to retrace quite a lot, all the way into the lows, from the lows to the highs here. Okay, so that's a big move, and this market might retrace before we get something like that. And that retrace might correspond to the retrace that is going to come into US dollar Japanese yen to bring that market into the next measure move, short and areas of resistance short. We then reviewed the New Zealand dollar, US dollar. This market has broken badly on Friday here. However, we also have taken this market and the behavior of this market to discuss what professionals do when it comes to trading these opportunities. Keep always in mind the 80-20 rule. 80% of your gain will come from 20% of your trades, and if you don't let this kind of opportunity develop, you will never bring in those huge wins that make all the difference in the world in this business. Next, I was asked to review the euro versus the Japanese yen, and we mentioned that this market is actually trading lows here. We also updated the anchor. We are not always capable of identifying the anchor before the fact. Very often we are, but not always. In this case, we were not. And 122 is the level where you should be very, very careful and get your target. Pound versus Japan, if you are short. Pound versus Japanese yen, on the other hand, we mentioned that the first test of that 156.41 has happened. The 4 hour is in control short in this market, but we want to wait and see what happens when this level 56.40 is retested again, because we could have some surprises there. And after that, we briefly mentioned the Australian dollar, Japanese yen that actually responded to this weekly extension short here, 72 on Friday, and has the potential to keep pushing lower. I don't trust particularly this market, and I will wait for it to trade in a more technical way at this stage. But anyway, I'm not concerned because I think there are other opportunities that are developing there. And finally, I was asked to review gold, and I took the opportunity also to review silver. We know that gold is actually forming a lateral move here on top of a area of long, an extension long here. It has not corrected dramatically as it happened last Friday on silver, that actually brought silver into an area of potential participation long. If that doesn't happen, we can see silver back into the 14. And finally, we mentioned SP500. It is actually bought, tested the first target of an extension measure move, and it's now into an area of potential selling, and that's the reason why we are seeing this move lower. This move lower could continue for another 10 points here into 1928, but then we will start seeing whether the bulls are interested in pushing this price higher, and there are two levels, 1928 and 1907. All right, so this is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this to cover these markets. It's going to be an interesting week as always. I want to thank you for your participation. If you like the show and you think that this is helpful, it is definitely helpful for me, because I take this opportunity also to do part of my analysis as well. I hope it is useful to you as well, and if you like it, just the Twitter about it, tweet the links, or if you have any questions, you can send the questions on LinkedIn as well. Sorry, on Twitter and LinkedIn as well, if you wish. Twitter for sure, and I'm always happy to answer. My answer may not always be timely, but I will always answer all your questions. So I want to wish you a great trading week as well as non-trading week, and I'm going to see you tomorrow for another session of the FS Trade Tokyo Open trading room with Philip Stalker, and I hope this was interesting. And if you're interested, um, please go ahead and tweet about the show. This should be a very good week coming up, I think so. And I'll be in contact. And if you have any questions, let me know. You can always reach me at fibstalker@gmail.com. Okay, so if you're interested and you have any questions, just let me know. So this is interesting. As far as the usual JPY repatriation amount, then might it help push the yen higher a lot in the next 14 to 16 hours. Very well. We are very welcome. I mean, this is very welcome. This is going to bring the US dollar Japanese yen right into those 116.30 or 118.40. So very well. I'm looking for that good day. All right. So thank you for being here, and I'll see you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day, and bye bye now.